Hello, Keller Williams Silicon Beach. Welcome to your 2019 January meeting. Give yourself a hand. Everybody made it nice and new and fresh into the new year. Let's talk about some good New Year's Eve plans that people had this time. Who wants to volunteer? Plinio, since you were so enthusiastic with your clapping there, what did you do for New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve, I stayed at home with the children and my partner after a very busy holiday season.
Clearly went to the wrong guy first. That sounds amazing.
It was amazing.
That sounds really good. One of my jobs is to set the vision here in the office. 2019 is a new year. There was an email that was sent. As most of you know, Gary Keller is now assumed the CEO role of our company back again. Right, Rick, from 1995, I think. And so a lot of us are excited about this. Some of the other things that are happening, the Chief Innovation Officer, his name's Josh Teach, he was promoted to president. So he was doing sort of innovation and doing this tech, build that we're doing here at Keller for the last couple of years. Now he's president of the company. And it represents Gary's desire to make us a company that's the tech-enabled agent that's supporting you guys with your technology, keep you at the center of the transaction, and having the best technology to make that work. As we all know, our business is changing. So as we scroll, can we scroll down a little bit here? So there was 4 points that Gary made on this end. So in promoting Josh Teach, he wanted to show that he's taking the technological change seriously, right? Number 2, that we are our own greatest competitors. I thought that was interesting because right now, as you guys know, by sales volume and by unit count, Keller Williams is what number in the United States? Number 1. So, he wanted to point out that being the leader, not just in units, but also in training and culture, there's really a lot that KW has to offer for you guys, right? And for that value proposition for agents out in the field. So, this is something that, he's recognizing we'll be talking about in family reunion. The third item was that, and this is interesting, as we see .com businesses turning into more brick and mortars like the Amazon across the street, right? It's clear that what we once thought had solidified the death of retail is now in much needed resurgence. So customers want an in-store experience as much as an online experience. And so the customer-facing app that our company is building, that is going to be released coming after Family Reunion, that's our play into sort of integrating, what you guys are already doing face-to-face with your customers and putting that technology piece on it that's really meaningful, okay? And so this piece, the customer experience, we're going to find this out at Family Reunion, is going to boldly be changed in terms of how you guys are interacting. So this app is really going to be a main portal for you to reach out to your clients. And so this technology is, going to be here in about a month, and it's going to really change our experience. So I'm committed to not only understanding this technology, but leading the way in terms of, using it. It's going to be something that I really believe in. That's going to really help each one of your guys' business. Okay. Raise your hand. Who's going to Family Reunion in New Orleans? I'm definitely going. We've got about 20 people going, about 6 or 7 in this room. Family Reunion is going to be amazing. Who's been to New Orleans, by the way? I know, yeah. Wow, that many people been to New Orleans? How have I never been to New Orleans? I know, I've planned it a million times, but it just never happened. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. A lot of this tech is going to, like we said, is going to be released. So they're going to be going over it. And I think if you're trying to build your business inside of this company, this is the event to go to. This and bold are the 2 things to sort of hyper speed you into productivity. So this is going to be amazing. Lenny and I are sort of spearheading the list. So if you have questions, it's getting a little late in the game to get some airline tickets, but they're still available. There's plenty of hotels around, Airbnbs, everything, and we'll have enough tickets. So it's going to be a great time. We're going to be doing a mixer on Saturday night, and then we're going to be doing a group dinner on Sunday night. Okay, and so that's going to be something that we're going to be doing together as a team. We're going to have a lot of fun, right, Jamie? Between bold, which we're going to talk about here, which is very important, we've got a new marketing suite product from Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis is an integral part towards building your brand and towards building your marketing presence, okay? Everybody here has a login to go in and look at Michael Lewis Suite. It's part of your KW.com login, which is going to be very important for you as you navigate yourself through your business and with all the tech that's coming from KW. This plan is something new that was announced recently. Through January 31st, Michael Lewis has people that are going to help to build a brand builder campaign and load that campaign, that email campaign, into your CRM of choice, okay? Whichever CRM you're using.
Customize it.
And customize it.
With your colors, with your branding, all of that.
So they're going to customize your brand. They can help you accelerate and build your place to the website and do an email campaign and put it in your CRM. That's a lot of work, okay? Yeah. Let that sink in. And so for right now, through January 31st, only $4.99, and they're going to do that. You'll have a dedicated person, I think, on their team to sort of work with. And so this is an amazing piece. We're going to be sending out the link for this so you can log in and start playing with it and see
You
the
can actually
benefits.
schedule an appointment by clicking at the bottom of the page and schedule an appointment to talk to someone.
And they also have an 800 number as well that you can call and talk to. So it's very plug and play. It's very easy. And, so you don't have to go out and reinvent the wheel and do all this stuff yourself. This is already right here. We feel this is probably something that if you're, mid-level, new in the business, this can really take a lot of things that are difficult and make it really easy. Okay. Bold when? April. We're going to have it here in this office.
What's bold?
It's not going to be in this office. It's going to be a separate location. What is bold? Great question. Hold on, because Mark's never been, so he printed it. So let's see. Who wants to live a life by design? Okay. Who wants to? I know. I don't understand.
How many people want to live a life by design?
Who wants to overcome your limiting beliefs? Who wants to set bold goals and achieve them? Okay. Build an abundance of leads into your business.
Yes.
Make calls, set appointments, and close contracts. Okay, good. So that's where bold is. We're going to make a bold commitment in this office to have 35 agents go in April. Now, we haven't had this since I've been here, so it's been multiple years. So I know there's a hunger and a thirst out there amongst you guys to do this.
How much is bold?
How much is bold? 800.
Free.
Once you close three transactions after you go for the first six months after you close. Excuse me. After you end bold 6 months, you're going to do more business. We credit you through your deals to pay for it.
First 6 months after.
This will pay for itself. What's the metric? It's 100 contacts a week.
So the office is paying for your training, basically.
Basically.
Because we believe it bold.
There's no way that you're going to go through this and not increase your business. It's not possible.
The other is not showing up.
The Market in a Market report came out, and I wanted to go through this on the heels of what we went through in our last meeting, which was third quarter, so now this is fourth quarter, a little bit more relevant. I took the liberty of some analyzation here so that we can look at some of the relevant markets that you guys are selling in to understand what's going on. A lot of you are selling, so you know these trends already. For those that aren't, you can kind of understand and be able to talk to your clients a little bit better. So this is Marina del Rey, single family. I didn't put the condo market in because there wasn't much fluctuation, but there was a lot of fluctuation in the single family market. So first of all, number of properties sold. Let's focus on that on each slide. Down a little bit, 23. I put seasonal because, in this part of the year, there's less transactions, right, because of the seasonality of it. Same thing with the properties pending sale. But look at the median price. It's down 32%. Quarter over quarter, fourth quarter 17, fourth quarter 18, okay? So that kind of indicates the market that we're in right now a little bit. Hello, Shannon. Properties for sale up also. So what does that mean? There's more properties on the market, more inventory, right? Things are selling at a lower price, and more properties are on the market. Days on market, 52, still a little bit high, but basically flat. And then the percent under contract is what? It's down big, 40%. So there's less, so there's more properties that are just sitting. So this days on market is expected to extend, okay? So that's the marina. I put the sort of the shift type of markets in the beginning. Palms Mar Vista, single families, same situation. Seasonal adjustments for the number of, for the inventory. Property price down 8.4, median price down 8.4%. Number of properties for sale on the market increasing. Days on market also in this case increasing by about 7 days. And percent under contract way down, 34%. Mar Vista, Marina del Rey going through the exact same sort of fluctuations. Flat Vista condo market, okay? I chose to not do the single families. Flat condo market. Number of properties being sold, again, down 38%, seasonal. Same thing with penny properties. You can see the median price down 7%. Number of properties for sale, look at that on the market. As you guys already know this, right? But yeah, big time, more properties on the market. Days on market is increasing faster at this clip, and also the percent of properties under contract is down low. So, I mean, this is probably the market that's experiencing the most sort of fluctuation right now in terms of the shift that we have in our area. Playa del Rey, condo market, same thing, condo, different from the single families, condo. Property sold seasonal, median price in a shift down almost 10%. Number of properties for sale, again, up, okay, still up. Days on market going up, percent under contract is about the same. So that's entry-level market, again, not too people getting into it. Okay, Westchester. I thought this was interesting. This is for single families. Median price was about even, not really a big change from fourth quarter 17 to 18. Of course, inventory, seasonal. Days on market up a little bit, and percent under contract up a little bit. Westchester, the higher end, is obviously experiencing a lot more fluctuation than the sort of lower end, right? The million flat pricing, you know, the million, 1.1. There's still a little bit of activity there, and I think that's reflected in these numbers there. Okay, so we want to go through those numbers to be relevant and where we're going through now. We'll have the next quarter coming up. She's working with RA Properties with Rick Panos. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Susie.
Hi everyone, my name is Oksana. I just moved to Marina about 6 months ago. So I'm new to the markets. I'm going to build my farm here and excited to meet everybody in the field.
Awesome. And
You want to intro something?
yes, yes, please.
I'm originally from Russia, but I'm a wild mix of pretty much all nationalities, including Jewish, part Greek, part Russian, part Spain.
Wait, are Greek?
Yes. Proud mom of 2 cats and a dog. A vicious hiker. I love to travel. I love to learn new things, new cultures. I'm also studying at UCLA. Basketball.
It's full of energy today. So you're studying real estate law at UCLA?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Wow. Great. Maybe we can get some consultation. Dom's doing great. Let's do that. Amazing. Let's get there. So Derek's from the West Side, and we met recently, and he was involved and infused with Keller Williams, right? So tell the crowd a little bit about yourself there.
Yeah, so I grew up here on the west side, Santa Monica, Venice, went to Pali High. Then I got my, do that. Well, it's not bad. Then I went to UCSD for my degree in economics and worked a bunch of different stuff. Did a lot of construction growing up and worked for a tech company in finance, and just wanted to, I kind of had an epiphany and realized I don't want to be an analyst in front of a computer, and I want to engage more with people. And this was, real estate really spoke to me, so I'm glad I made the switch. And very happy. I was with a small boutique in Malibu for just under a year, and closed a nice deal, and was ready to join, a place that I'm proud to call home.
Yeah, cool. Good. Okay. So Roxanne, Linda, Derek, Jonathan, Adrian, Thomas, Amir, Gustavo, Gina. Let's all give them a big hand. There she is. Let's bring her up. She capped everybody. She's one of our favorites. This is a long time. This is actually not a long time coming. You deserve this. I felt since day one.
More than deserve.
Yes, you are a crowd favorite here, mostly because you are here dedicated every morning, and that generates a lot of respect from myself, and I know from the agents here. So I really want you to share, your journey and where we're going, this year.
Yeah, it's great to cap. So thank you, everybody. Just loving on me. You hold me accountable. When I'm not I hear, I didn't see you today, so it's like, oh, you need to be in the office. So, you guys have been my accountability partners. You don't even know it. It just speaks volumes of just being dedicated, just really, hitting the pavement hard and just doing it. I hope that everyone caps, because it is a village to agents who cap and continue to cap. It's very possible, it's very tangible. Just putting certain things in place and certain systems just to make it work ultimately. This is my third office. This office is amazing. Like the team owners, Mark, Dominic, Escrow, Rico, they have all helped me grow my business, and I'm so appreciative to them because I can call them anytime. They'll give me an answer. Sam as well. I just appreciate everyone just helping me achieve my goals. And if I can be of assistance in any way, don't ever hesitate to stop me.
Okay. How many calls do you make a day?
A day, 300.
300 calls a day. So and she's probably lying because it's probably more like 500. Because I walk in here and she's already here, and I leave and she's still here. So I use her as a role model for all new agents, experienced agents, anybody that's having a challenge in their business, because it's being focused and making sure that you do your numbers. It's all about. So when the market starts to make a correction, everybody says it's okay to go home and wait for the market to correct. And that's the wrong thing. Diane clearly doesn't care what the market's doing. She's here every day, no matter what. She's here on the holidays. She's here on holidays when everyone else is off. So, congratulations.
And when I first got here, a lot of it was about the time that she was spending in her business. Now we talk mostly about the appointments that she generates on a weekly basis, and that's a huge jump when you're a new agent, because 4 is your number on a weekly basis. And when we can dissect and get deep on what happens on those appointments, how many contracts she's signing, that's a whole different conversation than just how much time she's spending door knocking and what's happening, the conversations there. She's already past that. So you're consistently on that level, and that's kind of, to me, the mark of somebody who's a professional in their business. So great job. Let's review order. Almost forgot. Okay, give her a hand. Is this over here?
Yes.
Okay.
Who's ever had to cancel a contract? No. Nobody does that. Just an important point about that: if you have to cancel a transaction, there are 2 different sections. People familiar with this? Section 1 cancels what? The contract itself. Section 2 is to cancel the escrow. So let's say you want to cancel on a buyer to a listing, but you get Section 1 only signed. What does that mean? Right, your escrow is still open. So just remember that. If you have a non-performing buyer, you need to cancel on them. The seller really wants to cancel. It's both sections that need to be signed to cancel that completely.
Very important.
So do I still have a deal if I signed cancellation but didn't sign part of the escrow canceling?
You still have an open escrow. You have a canceled contract. The buyer and seller are going to have a dispute about that escrow and the deposit. You're not supposed to open another escrow at the same company, same escrow office, without that signed cancellation. You're all prospecting a lot, right? Everyone's making 500 calls a day like Diane. If you are specifically calling expireds, or find some expireds, what do? You want that listing, right? It's an expired listing. But you may encounter the case where the previous listing agent procured several buyers for this property and gave that seller a list of excluded buyers. So this buyer's already seen the property when I had the listing. Now someone else has the listing, so I provide this list. One of these buyers comes back around and makes an offer on the property. Your seller wants to accept that offer, but this buyer is excluded per this list. What are you supposed to do?
Speed dial.
Okay, so you have a duty to your seller. You have this listing now. You have a duty to your seller. If they want to take that offer, you have to accept that offer. But then strategically, you have a decision to make. You can go two ways. You can move this transaction forward to a point. This is why you need to call me. Okay, to a point, and then contact the former listing agent and say, I've got a buyer in escrow that's excluded per your previous listing. And then we can negotiate to close out the transaction and pay that brokerage something. But they're entitled to the commission for that buyer. So we have to decide if we're going to turn it over or keep going and try and get some commission. My preference is, of course, to try and get some commission through negotiating. But that's pretty nuanced. If you encounter that, give me a call. We'll go over all the contracts.
That's on the listing side. The commission on the listing.
We've gone over this one before, so simple, but just to remind you guys, I'm doing a listing like this right now. So, does anyone know what the RCSD is?
Yes.
Usually we use that when we have a trustee selling a property in trust. That's the most common,
LLC.
right? An entity. Does everyone know what a power of attorney is? Okay. Are these the same thing? No.
No.
This does not grant the signer authority over this other person or this property. The power of attorney, a separate document that has to be notarized, does that. So just because you have an RCSD does not mean this person is allowed to sign for, let's say, an elderly family member, right? They have a power of attorney set up so you can sell this property. Family member is elderly, they don't want to sign everything, they don't want to deal with it. So the niece has control of that through the power of attorney. You still need the RCSD that references this power of attorney, but they're not one and the same. You cannot create power of attorney for your clients through this RCSD.
What's the difference between them? Why do we need RCSD?
This is identifying who is signing on behalf of either another individual or an entity selling a property.
Dominic, is it a good idea if you find out that it's an LLC that you ask for the articles of incorporation or ask if there is a power of attorney involved?
Yes. Escrow will need that. So if there's an RCSD and the client's telling you, yes, this is true, I can sign for this corporation, you would need the articles of incorporation showing this person's an officer and able to sign. You would need, in the case of a trust, you would need a page of the trust that identifies that person as a trustee or just the power of attorney.
Okay, so a lot of you guys might be seeing some buyers coming out of the woodwork right now. Mortgage applications are up, which is awesome. But you'll see as a listing agent that some buyers are coming in with really little down. But that shouldn't scare you, okay? Because if you're coming in with little down and you've already been underwritten, as you may have seen in my video that I posted this week, that client is better than that other client who's putting 50% down and still has to go through the underwriting process. So you still might find out a few days before closing that your client that you think is so great because they're putting 50% down may not even qualify for 50% down. So don't be afraid by those low down clients. Speaking of low down, we have our class tomorrow at 12:30 on low down and no down payment assistance program. So please come. I have to order lunch, so thanks for that reminder. Can you go back? Okay. So mortgage applications are up. Rates, yes, they have come down, and the Fed has recently said this week that they are likely not going to be raising rates this year. So go out and tell everybody you know, because it may be a really, really perfect time to buy right now, because as you saw what Mark mentioned, as prices are going down and interest rates are staying really great, it's the perfect time to buy. Next year, we're not going to have the same thing. And my own boss said that he wants to give the whole farm away this year. So come talk to me about any client that you have. We want to try to get as many deals as we can this year. I need to go back again.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Actually, that is it. So, what kind of to make a video for you to share with your buyers, let me know. I'm happy to do it, and if it can explain to your buyers something that maybe you're having a hard time explaining. But we are delegated, meaning that movement, we do about 90% of our loans in-house under the name of movement. That means that we're also sending those loans, 90% of our business is being sent to Wells Fargo, to Chase, to B of A. So if your client wants to go into Chase and get approved with Chase, where I had a client yesterday that went to Chase, waited 45 minutes, and they said they couldn't see her. And you think, oh, your money's at Chase, they love me, I'm such a great client, they're for sure going to do my loan. No, just have them sent to me. I can still take their loan to Chase. We could still close their loan in 2 weeks, and they have their Chase loan and they're happy, but they don't have to deal with the person who just doesn't care about them, because I care about them. Okay? So let me know. I want to help them. So don't be afraid that because it's movement, it may be one of these other bids that they already want. That's the point.
Thank you, Sam. Trust me, they're not shy at all. So Natalie's our new escrow officer. She's actually from the West Side and from the KW family. But tell everybody a little bit about yourself so they can know you.
Thanks so much. I've been doing this for a long time. I started at West Coast Escrow, that's affiliated with Cola Banker in the Valley. Then I moved around. I went to Malibu for a while, and then I went back to the Valley. Then I moved to KW, kind of family. I was with Resolution Escrow. I'm sure you guys might have worked with them. Santa Monica. So I was with them for 4 years. So in total, I've been doing it for 16 years. Yes. So yeah.
A lot of experience.
Yes, we do have a lot of experience. So yeah, if any questions or anything, feel free to come in. My door's always open. You can, any estimates or any questions, if you need to bring your clients in, or if you want me to talk to them on the phone, I'm happy to do so. So that's it.
Cool. And integrated listing challenge. This is something that I emailed out. We decided to do as a team here. We have 4 categories: groups, teams, individuals, newbie, aptly named. We're going to do this. It's going to end on April 15th. And so whoever takes the most listings in these categories wins. Now, the prize is going to be a beautiful steak dinner with Marty and myself, who just walked away. And if you know, I was just about to say, if you don't eat steak, Mastro's has plenty to offer as far as alternatives. But I know you guys are super stoked. I've had people email me already about how excited they are. So I love the fact that we have the different categories. Lenny and I, we're going to be tracking it. And so it's going to be amazing. You guys all psyched for that? Yeah.